Today, we're not talking about Nintendo Switch 2.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know, it's shocking. I don't even remember how many days in a row, sans a sponsored video, that it's been that we've talked about Nintendo Switch 2. I think my last non-Switch 2 video was like 2 weeks ago. And then before that, it was, 2 months? So we talk a lot about Nintendo Switch 2, but we can't ignore the elephant in the room. And that is one of the other topics that has been talked about for this specific month has been the potential of a Nintendo Switch 1 February Direct, right? This was originally rumored by PH Brazil going back to, like 4 months ago. And then obviously he clarified this month on what his source is and how it's single sourced and he's not double sourced at this time, making it a little bit less credible. And then obviously we had Jeff Grubb come in and say he had his own independent source on this. But now nothing seems to be happening. We had a Pokemon Presents actually already announced. It's happening next week, Thursday. That's really exciting. We finally get something to talk about that isn't necessarily Switch 2, like Legend ZA. I can't wait to talk about Legend ZA. We're at least going to be live reacting to that Direct and giving you guys some thoughts on Legend ZA. Probably going to give thoughts on it on the following week's podcast as well. But that doesn't mean that all hope is gone for, a February Direct. We're going to go ahead and break a rule I have recently a rule. We're going to be talking about an insider. Well, we're going to bring up Pioro as well, but we're going to be talking about a leaker, insider, rumor, mongerer, whatever you want to call them, that I told myself I would never talk about again on this channel. But, they have, I can't ignore that they've been correct on some things over the last 6 months. And so maybe this is just a desperate call for, please, Nintendo gods, give me something. But we're going to be talking about Samus Hunter.
Are we ready to begin?
No, sir! We are not ready to begin because my client has not arrived!
Hurry up! Move it!
Here she comes to wreck the day!
Look, if you didn't get the reference there, it's okay. You got to watch my live streams to understand. That being said, we're going to be talking about Samus Hunter, who has been getting a lot of stuff right lately, right? For whether it was Xenoblade Chronicles X, and that's really like the big one that I like to give her lots of credit for. But she had a number of other things as well, the Donkey Kong Country Direct and stuff like that for the Donkey Kong Country Direct, the Donkey Kong Direct for the for the theme park and stuff. So, she's been right on a few things lately, and I can't really ignore it entirely that she has been. So, look, I am thinking there's no Nintendo Direct this month. She disagrees. Even though technically she did say, if you pay attention, that it would be this week, and it's not this week. And now she's saying it'll be next week. But all right, we'll see what happens here. Before I dive in, though, I want to remind you guys, we're on a road to 150,000 subscribers. So, hey, if you're enjoying the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And again, remember, these are rumors. Even though I already am not that trustworthy of Samus Hunter, regardless, all rumors you should be skeptical of. I'm just even more skeptical of this stuff. That being said, let's go and see what happened, because this guy, Dude8900, asked Samus Hunter yesterday, is the Nintendo Direct still happening now or not? Dark Samus Hunter says, yes, still happening. It will be released before the Pokemon Presents, which would mean next week, right? So anytime before the 27th. Well, Nintendo likes to do directs on Wednesdays, so the 26th, I guess, would be the most likely time if she's right here. Anyway, it says this person comes in and links a post or posts an image of a post from Pioro. This is Pioro's official Blue Sky account, where he says, I haven't heard of any imminent announcements that might appear in a Direct, whether first party or third party. So Pioro's kind of being like, I basically don't think there's anything happening, or I don't know of anything happening. And this person asked, so was Samus Hunter wrong? Well, Samus Hunter comes in here, or as she's calling herself now, Dark Samus Hunter for some reason. Prime 2 and maybe even 3 Remaster, Kirby Planet Robobot Deluxe, which, okay, I mean, Nate the Hate said that game's coming, so all right. And Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, which we just got previews for. I'm not going to doubt that they would put Definitive Edition in the Direct. It's just like we literally just got a ton of information for it, probably more information than we would get in a Direct, but whatever. And other third-party games will all get news announced and one released next week. The one released probably Prime 2, I'm assuming with a shadow drop. And then Pokemon ZA to conclude the final Switch 1 marketing push, which she's not saying that Pokemon ZA is in the Direct, but it's the final Switch 1 marketing push, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, ZA, I assume, is in the Pokemon Presents that's announced. Unfortunately, I don't think Silksong will be present. And this is interesting because she actually teased like Silksong news happening fairly soon. And now she, I believe this winter were her words. And now she's walking that back and saying, unfortunately, I don't think Silksong will be present. And I'm really sorry to have given that info. I was worried it was too early to talk about it, but I posted it anyways. And I'll take the L if it doesn't happen during the winter season. I think the Switch 2 presentation is a better spot. So there's that. And she didn't say anything else today. And again, she was already kind of on the bandwagon that it would be this week and get your wallets ready. And obviously, it didn't happen this week. So look, obviously I'm very skeptical of Samus Hunter. You can tell the way I'm talking about Samus Hunter compared to talking about other people I cover that I just don't have a lot of faith in it. And she's already walking back stuff this week and now walking back the Silksong. Look, I know that things change in the industry and nobody has a 100% track record. So I don't want to like sit here and just knock her this whole time because she's not the only person who said there'd be a direct this month, right? PH Brazil, who is way more reliable than Samus Hunter, Jeff Grubb, more reliable obviously than Samus Hunter, also said there would be a direct this month. So the question is, will Nintendo do some sort of direct, a mini, a general, a partner showcase, something next week? Will they do a direct the same week as Pokemon Presents? Again, they've never done it before. And the Pokemon Presents is already announced. There is a chance announcing a direct could actually overshadow the Pokemon event, which is one reason why Nintendo has never done a direct the same week as Pokemon Presents. So my thought process is I am out. This news from this person or this rumor doesn't change my mind that there will not be a direct this month. And whatever their plans were, if there ever was planned a direct, it must have been canceled. I'm not saying that there won't be a shadow drop next week. I'm not saying that Nintendo can't tweet out that Metroid Prime 2 Remastered is available right now in the eShop. They absolutely could do that. That would be awesome. Nintendo has done these Twitter flurry directs in the past. I guess we can call them X Directs today because they don't even have official Blue Sky accounts. X Directs. Look, Nintendo has done like a flurry of announcements on Twitter before, and maybe that's what they're going to do next week. A quote unquote, as the fans call it, a Twitter direct. I could see that maybe happening, but I don't think there's going to be like a standard direct at this point of any type. Maybe I'm wrong, and in fact, I want to be wrong. I actually want Samus Hunter to be right, and we're getting a direct next week. That's what I want. I want news to cover. I am a news, rumor, leak-oriented channel. I actually want to lean more towards news, but we got to wait for Nintendo to give us the goods after April 2nd. So for my purpose as a content creator, a direct would be great. My purpose as a fan, a direct would be great. I want some stuff to play and talk about because I'm not that big into Xenoblade Chronicles X after already beating it on Wii U, although I got to admit, the previews are making me tempted to get the game when I wasn't planning to. Because I really don't have the time to put into a giant RPG right now, especially one that I've already played and beaten. But there is new content. It does look better than ever. And I like Xenoblade, but whatever. Kudos to Nintendo for that. I just want to sit back and say that, well, I have given up on a direct this month. It doesn't mean you have to. And that's really what we got to get into is just because I don't believe Samus Hunter, just because I don't think a direct is happening anymore, doesn't mean that you have to agree. One thing on my channel that happens a lot is people sometimes feel like I'm a little stubborn, and I can be at times, but stubborn on my own stances and opinions. And I feel like, yeah, a lot of us stand by our stances, our opinions, our thoughts, our belief systems, right? But that doesn't mean there can't be other opinions, thoughts, stances, and belief systems, and that includes yours. So even though I don't trust Samus Hunter, you are free to trust Samus Hunter. I have fellow content creators that give her more credit than I do. No problem with that. Friend of the channel, Andres Restart's one of those creators, and I'm cool with it. He's covering Samus Hunter because she kept being right recently. Can't blame him for that. And then when you look at some of you guys, I've been out on a direct, but some of you guys have been telling me they'll do a direct the same week as Pokemon Presents, and have been telling me that for a month. And to those people, hey, that week hasn't happened, right? So you're probably sitting back chilling, So look, it's all cool to not agree with me. It's cool if I don't agree with you. In the end, we're talking about things that we don't have any control over. We don't control if directs happen. We don't control when news happens. We don't control any of this stuff. We don't control if the rumor people are right or any of this, right? We don't control if we're even going to see Pokemon Legends ZA next week. Maybe we don't see it, which would be very weird. And then I would start to think, man, there must be a Switch 2 version, because if they didn't show it at the Pokemon Presents, or the Direct, it's got to be at the April Direct then, right? So let me know what you think about this down below. Have you given up like I have? Do you think Samus Hunter is maybe right here? Or do you think she's just hoping to be right? Or, hey, are you all in? We're having a Nintendo Direct next week. Again, I don't think it's happening, but my thoughts aren't the only ones that matter in situations like this. In fact, my thoughts might not matter at all. Maybe they've never did. I don't know. I'm Nathaniel Robojans from Nintendo Prime. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And man, I still can't believe that we just made a video on Samus Hunter. It's getting slim pickings out here, folks.